Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, July the 7th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address, the address to get into the room. It is a free room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to participate. Again, this is the address. I share my screen all day long, and I'm live on the mic between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is a link you can use to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas. And if you click on that link, you'll see a promo code which will give you instant savings off whatever subscription plan you decide to choose. All right, I am in this trade right here, AET. I may be getting out soon. This is one of those bounce plays. Obviously, some bad news for AET and also Humana. I think Humana was the same thing. I think they're looking maybe as you know what? I don't know the actual news, but somebody mentioned AET and Humana in the same breath. So, and you can see Humana, HUM, also had the big fall, but AET has had a bit of a recovery. I played this one as a bounce play. If I look at the 5-minute chart, maybe you'll see it a little bit better why I did this. I'm in at 117.52. 117.52, a little bit late. I was talking about these bottoming tails here. And I actually sold some at 117.80. You know, I didn't expect that much out of this, but in fact, I may be getting out of it now. I sold some at 117.80 so that I could hold on through any little pullback, and maybe, just maybe, it can close a little bit more of this gap and maybe get maybe a multi-dollar run in it. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Probably get out at 117. If it breaks down below here, I'll definitely get out. So I'm going to put this on another monitor. And so I will be able to, I just have to keep an eye on it on the other side of my other monitor. All right. Well, there's really only one stock to talk about today, and that is LEDS, another one of those absolutely insanely crazy ones. And let's see, 1.5 million in the float, 1.51 million in the float. So again, we've seen a few of these now in the past couple of weeks. These super low floaters. And if you don't know what we're talking about, what a low float really means, think about it like this. It's 1.51 million in the float. In theory, that means those are the only shares available for trading. So if you want that stock, and many people wanted that stock today, it's traded 9 million shares, which is a huge jump for it. That means that if you want it, there's not a lot of supply of it, huge demand. It's like any other commodity in the world. The price goes up, and that's exactly what happens with the low float stocks. So we saw this one in the pre-market, actually. And you know what the news is? The news is, I believe, that some insider made a 500,000 share buy. So when you're talking about a stock that only has 1.5 million in the float, and somebody makes a 500,000 buy, obviously when it gets out there, people think, wow, he or she must really think highly of their company. So that's why people are piling into this right now. So this is actually yesterday, okay? This is the post-market yesterday, and so that's when the news was announced. And this is today. This is the pre-market today. So we watched it. We saw this in the pre-market, and it was certainly holding well. But, you know, it dropped all the way down to 441. You thought, well, maybe that's it. And then it recovered. And unfortunately, I did not get into this. This is one that I did not partake in. I have been very fortunate in getting to some of the other low floaters that have absolutely ripped over the last week. This is one that I did not. I was able to scalp it a couple of times. Once for I think in this area for 30 cents, and in this area for about 30 cents also. But you know, really, it would have been wonderful had I been able to get in here, sell a little here, and then hold on through all of this. I mean, now this has just gone crazy. But there's a lot of people in our trading room that saw this and are in this one, and that's the beauty of the room. You know, it's not just about me trying to tell you what to buy or sell. We have a lot of people in the room who are great traders and you know alerted to this. Probably this was, and this is why I got into this one here. You know, there's a little bit of this tail down here was a bit of a pullback. You don't quite see it on the 15-minute, but Anyway, there'll be another one. I mean, we always think, well, how this is it. This is the last stock in history that will do something like this, and it's amazing if you just really watch the low floaters and when they get active, this is what can happen. Now, the flip side of that is is Blinn. Here's another low floater, 3.25 million in the float. This is the one, to be honest, that I was kind of hoping that would do what. Well, I wasn't sure that anything was going to do what the other one did, but the same sort of thing. Look at the pre-mark. This is and actually this is today. This is the 7th. So this is the pre-market action. And we thought, okay, this and it's a very cheap stock, low float, the whole bit. I actually put an alert up here and it popped up. No, I know what. If I, you know what? I've got to take a look at the daily chart. And you see that this is what we're excited about because, it had a day on June the 8th. It popped all the way up to 348. So, we were looking at this thinking, well, you know what? If it can break through this level right there, that's the high. That's on June the 9th, obviously, the next day as it came crashing down. Maybe it can accelerate. Well, look at that. It popped right up to that level. Just a couple pennies below. And then it just stopped. So that was and we call those that was the fizzler of the day. Basically, did nothing. It's tried to have a little bit of a comeback here, but I guess my point is that just because it has a low float, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to keep running once the market opens. I don't know what the news was on this particular stock, but obviously not enough to keep it going. Now, having said that, looking at the daily, if it can close, if it can get back up to this level maybe tomorrow, and in fact, I'm going to put an alert right around there. Get back up to this level tomorrow. It may give people the confidence that okay, I can get in here and see if it can break that 160 and then move on up, get back into this void. But I guess the bottom line is that just because it does have a low flow does not absolutely mean that it's going to run like. Sorry, my microphone is starting to fall down. Sorry about that. Like the other one that we just talked about. So. Which was LEDS. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember what the symbol was. LEDS. So that is basically it. I'm out of AET now. Just wanted to sort of distracted there. I'm out of the AET now. As I say, it didn't really. Here, let me get to the time frame. I thought it was worth a shot. It could have had a more of a multi-dollar run, could have maybe gone into this area. But anyway, I'm all out of it now. And we'll see what happens though. If it recovers and it can break above this level here, I may get back into it. I say there's another couple hours left in the trading day, so we'll just have to see what happens there. Now, anything else? MRNS. Well, I woke up this morning. There's a good song title. When I woke up this morning, oldie, I think from the 60s. When I woke up this morning, this is what I saw. Remember, I was in this at 160 yesterday, and was obviously very happy to see this little pop at the end of the day. And then when I woke up this morning, it was sitting up in this area. So I don't normally do a lot of pre-market trading, but I just decided that because first of all, I got out at 180. I took half my position out at 180, and take a look at the daily chart. This is why we're somewhat excited about it. But I did have a worry that when we got up to 180 that it was going to have a real tough time at 2. So that's why I took out some of the half at 180 just in case. And if it moved up and through 2, fantastic. But if it was going to stall, then I wanted to protect myself. And obviously, very glad I did. I did take out the last half at 165. So. Not a bad trade. Certainly, the 180 was kind of made my day because I actually had a few shares of this, and I'm still very, very interested in this one. This could be a pullback for today. Of course, if it goes all the way back here, forget about it. But if it just holds this area, and I actually have an alert right here at 179. And so tomorrow, if it gets up to 179, I want to know about it. And I'm not necessarily going to buy it, but then at least it's on my radar again. And then if we can break through 2, this is what we like. This is exactly the void that we're just salivate above or about. If it breaks through 2, who knows what could happen with this stock. So that was the MRNS trade. All right, well that's about it. Let's take a look at LEDs. See what it's doing right now. Still super strong, high at 1070. Hasn't, really hasn't pulled back that much. Modest pullback. Actually, if you look at these pullbacks here, now the bodies of these red candles on the 15 are very minor. Now this one is a little more major, though. Let's see, 1050 or 150 it is. Still has 10 minutes to close, so we don't know what this is going to look like. But definitely a very extremely great trade for those who are in it. And but there'll probably be one tomorrow or the next day, and we'll just have to hop in that one, or I'll have to hop in that one. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Again, here is how to get into our room, a free room. I share my screen all day long, and again, you do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to participate. I usually open the room at about 8:45. That's when I start sharing my screen, and we talk about, for the 45 minutes before the market opens, we talk about the stocks that we probably should be watching. LEDS was one of them. And then I get live on the mic between 9 and 4. All right, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.